All right, so let me get this straight. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, AT&T Stadium. What kind of fever dream did we wander into? I swear, the gummies must be hitting different tonight.
It's like someone spiked reality with a dose of the absurd.
Spiked reality, huh?
Yeah.
Got Iron Mike, the man who bit an ear off, sharing the ring with a YouTube prankster turned prize fighter. This isn't boxing, it's a social experiment gone wrong.
Social experiment. I'd say it's more like a cash grab.
Yeah.
Let's be real. This whole thing reeks of desperation and dollar signs. You got a 58-year-old Tyson, a legend in his twilight years, trading blows with a dude who built an empire on diss tracks and clickbait.
Diss tracks and clickbait, yeah. It's like watching a Shakespearean tragedy unfold on Twitch.
Tragedy. I'd say it's more like a dark comedy. You got Tyson, this brooding philosopher king, spouting existential angst before the fight,
Wait.
while Paul's out there grinning like a Cheshire cat, soaking up the limelight.
Soaking it up, yeah.
Yeah.
This ain't about boxing, it's about spectacle. It's about the clash of generations, the death of meaning, the rise of the algorithm.
And the algorithm controlling us all.
Whoa, hold up. You're getting all deep on me, man. Too much philosophy, not enough face punching. Let's break down the actual fight, shall we? Tyson came out swinging, like a lion woken from its slumber. Remember that left hook in the first round? The crowd went wild. You could feel the ghosts of Tyson's past, the echoes of his prime reverberating through the stadium.
The man's a legend for a reason. That early aggression was pure Tyson, raw and primal. But then, the fade. The speed wasn't there, the agility gone, father time, that undefeated champion had taken his toll.
It's like watching a Ferrari with a flat tire, man. All that power, all that potential, but it just can't get the traction it needs.
Paul, on the other hand, played it smart, almost too smart. He kept his distance, avoided a brawl, picked his spots. He knew he couldn't match Tyson's power, so he focused on technique, defense, and racking up points.
Yeah, but it was boring as hell. Where was the knockout punch? The blood and thunder is like watching a chess match with boxing gloves.
That was Paul's strategy, though, wasn't it?
Strategy.
He exploited Tyson's weaknesses, the slowness, the lack of stamina. He turned it into a tactical battle, a war of attrition, knowing that Tyson couldn't keep up the pace.
And the crowd knew it, too. The energy started to drain from the stadium as the fight dragged on. The boos started raining down like disappointed spirits haunting the arena. Remember that moment in the third round when Tyson missed a wild right hook by a mile? You could practically hear the collective sigh of disillusionment.
It was a stark contrast to the co-main event, Taylor versus Serrano. Those women were throwing bombs, fighting with passion, skill, and pure grit. It was a real boxing match, a reminder of what this sport can be at its best.
And the Tyson-Paul fight. Well, it was more of a performance art piece, a commentary on the nature of fame, the decay of heroes, the triumph of the algorithm. It was weird, man, real weird.
Weird, but also strangely compelling. We couldn't look away, could we?
Couldn't look away, no.
We were drawn to the spectacle, the clash of eras, the blurring of lines between sport and entertainment. It's like we were witnessing the birth of a new kind of boxing, one where hype and personality matter more than skills and technique.
It's the age of the influencer, man. And Jake Paul is the reigning champion. He's figured out the game, mastered the art of self-promotion, and turned himself into a cultural phenomenon.
Love him or hate him,
Yeah.
you gotta respect the hustle.
Hustle? Sure. But there's a darkness to it, too, a sense of exploitation. He's built his empire on the backs of faded legends, profiting off their nostalgia, their desperation. It's a commentary on our own obsession with youth, fame, and the pursuit of virality.
Deep, man, deep. It's like we're all caught in this twisted game, a cosmic joke where the punchline is, we have no idea what's real anymore.
We're living in the Matrix, my friend, and Jake Paul is the architect.
Whoa, hold up, my brain just melted. I need another gummy to process this.
That bag over here. My mind needs a reboot. All right, let's dive back into this rabbit hole. We talked about the fight, the spectacle, but what about the man himself? Mike Tyson. What demons was he battling in that ring?
And Tyson's a walking paradox, you know? A convicted rapist, a vegan, a pigeon enthusiast. Like, how do you even begin to unpack that? It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while tripping on acid.
Whoa, slow down there, Professor. My synapses are still firing from the last gummy. But yeah, Tyson's always been an enigma, a force of nature wrapped in a riddle.
A riddle, yeah.
You got this ferocious beast in the ring, a knockout machine who could chew up opponents like bubblegum, but then outside the ropes, he's this vulnerable, introspective dude who quotes Nietzsche and talks about the futility of existence, like he's constantly battling his own inner demons, you know?
Totally. And that pre-fight interview, dude, that was some heavy stuff. Legacy, meaningless death, the ultimate reset button. He was practically begging for someone to knock him out, to release him from this mortal coil.
Yeah, begging for it, to release him, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he came back, you know? Not for the money, not for the fame, but for the sweet release of oblivion. It's like he's trying to exercise his past to find some kind of redemption in the crucible of the ring.
Redemption. Or maybe he just wanted to feel alive again, to recapture that spark, that primal energy that made him a legend. He was a god among mortals, man. The
Yeah.
baddest man on the planet. And now he's just Mike.
Just Mike. Damn, that's kind of sad, you know? Like, what happens to these icons when the spotlight fades? Do they become ghosts of their former selves, haunting the halls of memory?
It's the curse of greatness, man. You reach the summit, conquer the world, and then what?
And then what? Yeah.
It's all downhill from there. The only way to go is down.
Unless you're Jake Paul, of course.
Jake Paul.
This dude's career trajectory is like a rocket ship, fueled by pure audacity and clickbait.
Audacity and clickbait.
He's like the anti-Tyson, a self-made spectacle who's laughing all the way to the bank.
Paul's the ultimate disruptor, man. He's hacked the system, bypassed the gatekeepers, and built an empire on his own terms. He's the embodiment of the digital age, where attention is currency and fame is just a click away.
He's like a human algorithm, optimized for virality.
Optimized, yeah.
He knows how to push buttons, how to generate headlines, how to keep us all glued to our screens. And whether you love him or hate him, you gotta admit, he's playing the game like a maestro.
He's a master manipulator, that's for sure. He's figured out how to weaponize our attention, how to monetize our curiosity, how to turn our collective gaze into a cash cow. It's brilliant in a twisted kind of way.
It's also kind of scary, you know? Like, what happens when we lose control of our own attention? When the algorithms dictate what we see, what we think, what we believe? Are we just puppets dancing to the tune of some digital overlords?
Dude, you're freaking me out now. I need another gummy stat.
Easy there, Professor. Don't spiral out on me now. We're just exploring the philosophical implications of the Tyson-Paul phenomenon. The deep dive, remember.
Deep, man, real deep. It's like we've stumbled into some kind of alternate reality where the rules of logic and reason no longer apply.
No longer apply, huh? It's the quantum realm of entertainment, where anything is possible,
Yeah.
where the boundaries between truth and fiction are blurred beyond recognition.
And where the only constant is change. Change fueled by algorithms, by spectacle, by the insatiable hunger for novelty and distraction.
Dude, my head is spinning. I need a break from this existential merry-go-round.
Me too, man. Let's take a breather, catch our breath, and maybe contemplate the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Or maybe we just watch some cat videos on YouTube. Either way, I'm down.
Cat videos it is. Pass me the remote, dude. My brain needs a dopamine fix. All right, so we've journeyed through the spectacle, pondered the meaning of it all, but there's one thing that keeps nagging at me. It's like a philosophical splinter in my brain.
A splinter in your brain, huh? Let's hear it. What's got your existential gears grinding?
This whole Tyson-Paul thing, it felt kind of icky, you know? Like we were watching a faded hero get exploited for our amusement. It's like those gladiatorial games in ancient Rome, except instead of lions, it's algorithms.
You're hitting on a deeper truth, man. It's about the commodification of nostalgia, the way we consume and discard our heroes.
Consume and discard.
Tyson, this once unstoppable force reduced to a sideshow attraction for the digital masses. It's a reflection of our own disposable culture where everything is fleeting, everything is replaceable.
And what about Paul, the puppet master of this whole charade? Is he a villain, a genius, or just a product of the system he's manipulating?
He's a symptom, not the cause,
Yeah.
you know? He's figured out how to ride the wave, to exploit the algorithm, to monetize our attention span.
Monetize, yeah.
But he's not the only one playing this game. We're all complicit, man. Every click, every share, we're feeding the beast.
So what's the solution, Professor? Do we unplug, go off the grid, build a cabin in the woods, and live off the land? Is that the only way to escape the Matrix?
Maybe for some, man. But I think there's a way to engage with this digital landscape without losing our souls. It's about being mindful, being critical, choosing our battles. It's about recognizing the power of these platforms while also remembering our own agency.
Agency. Dude, my brain is still trying to figure out what happened in that last round.
Yeah.
You sure those gummies weren't laced with something extra?
Maybe, maybe not. But the point is, we're not powerless, man. We can choose what we consume, what we support, what we create. We can be more than just passive consumers. We can be active participants in shaping the digital landscape.
So, like, we can use our powers for good instead of evil. We can be digital superheroes fighting for truth, justice, and the right to watch cat videos without being manipulated by algorithms.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about finding that balance, man. The yin and yang of the digital age. Embracing the possibilities while also being aware of the pitfalls.
Man, you're making my head spin again. It's like you're speaking in philosophical riddles.
Maybe it's the gummies talking. Or maybe it's just the nature of reality, man. Everything's connected, everything's in flux. We're all just trying to make sense of it all, one deep dive at a time.
Deep dive, dude. That's the perfect way to put it. We've plunged into the depths of the Tyson Paul spectacle, explored the murky waters of fame, fortune, and the human condition. And what have we learned?
That the world's a weird, messy, confusing place, but it's also strangely beautiful, full of surprises, and always entertaining.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah.
So what do you say we wrap this up, grab another bag of gummies, and see what other rabbit holes we can tumble down?
Sounds like a plan, my friend. To the unknown.
To the unknown and beyond.